This is my war belt. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Currently, the market is flooded with all different types of brands of war belts, but one of the most iconic war belts is the Ronin Tactical War Belt. Occasionally, I'll check out my favorite tactical websites to see what's on the clearance rack and see what kind of deals I can get. Once again, I got a deal on this green tactical war belt. It's not exactly the color that I wanted, but because it was on sale, I went ahead and got it. Those of you that have seen my previous video on the Blue Forest Gear pouch review, you'll recognize these wolf gray magazine pouches. At work I run flashlight and a multi-tool, but on the field I do run the magazines. Now, one of the problems that I ran into with the Tactics Ronin belt is it is a Molle belt, and this is not Molle. I bought these and they go on my light duty belt that I wear at work. These Velcro attachments basically close down like that and go on your belt. And they stay pretty snug. They don't slide around because of the little hook on the inside of this Velcro. Now the problem I ran into is I didn't know how I was going to hook it onto this Ronin Tactics belt, because this Molle is very tight. And these have a little bit of hook. Trying to get that in there was quite the challenge. And I was thinking, oh man, I messed up. These are only for work or a light duty belt, and I won't be able to get everything on my war belt. But spending some time with it, I realized that I can, and I'll show you how you can do it too. Now, one of the problems I ran into with the Ronin Tactics War Belt was, how am I going to get these belt pouches onto this war belt? This Molle is so tight, and the way they sewed it on was basically they took one strap, folded it in half. I don't know if you could see that. They folded it in half and then re-sewed it to double it up. So it's totally smooth on the perimeter of the belt, but on the interior of the belt, it's like a little taco, and it does catch and snag on there. When I first got the belt in, I was super excited and wanted to put these pouches on right away. But I couldn't get them on. I was able to thread one side through, but once I got that side on the inside, it was very hard for me to go ahead and get the other one in as well. And I was worried that I was going to have to go ahead and repurchase a whole new set of pouches with the Molle attachment points. However, I did find a way to put it on here. I run my pistol mags closer to the front. It's just a natural placement of where my hand drops. And so I run these two right here, and I'll show you how I get those on. So basically, I will slide this through. So that's the easy part, getting those in. Now, getting these to go around this way and come back around, but on the inside was the problem, because it would just stick as I tried to get it in, and it would never be tight enough, and it was just loose. So I had to think of something. What I came up with is this. This is your basic fork. It could be a spoon or whatever. So what I'm using is this smooth round end. I go right on top of the Velcro, so then now it won't snag and the hook is not touching it. I push it in at the same time of moving the fork, and it slides very easily once you get that. You could press down and kind of rock the fork back and forth to break any of the Velcro that had attached on the way in. Same thing on this side. Does take a little bit, but it is totally doable, and I'm really happy that I figured this out, so that way I do not have to repurchase a whole new set of pouches just for airsoft. So that's how you would take them off, or take them on and off. To take them off, you would repeat the same thing. You find where the connection is, and you can kind of see the little crescents right there. So I would just stick the back end of a spoon, fork, butter knife, whatever you got, and you push it right through and it comes out. I tried wearing the war belt to work, but it was a little, even though this is a very low profile war belt, the thickness, it's pretty cumbersome for everyday running around work. So I went ahead and I just went with the a lower profile light duty belt, and take the M4 mag out for work, and I run just my regular Samsung like that. So at work, it's just cell phone, multi-tool, and this flashlight I picked up at Home Depot. And that's it. That's how you would get the Blue Force gear pouches, specifically the belt pouches, onto a Molle war belt. I'll be doing another video on this war belt when I have all the pouches on it and I run it for a game. So stay tuned for that.